All right, Phil, I hope you made your coffee because we are back and we are ready to rock and roll. All right. Now, I got in my Discord chat. If you guys didn't know, if you join my Discord chat, it is probably the best way to get in contact with me is through that Discord. It's pretty much, if you're a part of my community, you want to talk about me and my community or with me and my community, that is the best way to do it is on the Discord chat. I know a lot of people that already watch me have a Discord because they're already in the Lightseekers Discord. So please join me there if you want to talk to me, give me suggestions of what to do for my stream. I was given one by... Where is it? By Teriyaki Fish Gangs to build an Overseer Tuskrage and a Zelina Bloodroot deck. Now, obviously, I can't do them both today. Brewing a strong pot to wake up. That's awesome. But I'm going to put those on there, and, they're just suggestions of like, hey, I got this hero. I'd like to give it a try. Can you try and build a build around it? And I think we're just going to take... No, we'll start from scratch. We'll start from scratch. Because I have no idea what's in that one. I almost just want to delete that one. And just start a fresh Tuskrage deck. Now, Tuskrage, for many of you that don't know, Tuskrage is Explosive, Superiority, Forest, and Time. For each one of your Forest buffs that expires, deal 1 damage to your target when you play an Explosive card for the rest of the turn. So pretty much, like, he kind of goes against all of what nature wants to do with their buffs by restarting them. He wants your Forest buffs to expire, so that then you get a really good heavy-hitting explosive turn. So, a lot of people, just because of how the action cards are set up... First of all, let's go into the combos, because you'll pretty much see why he's really good as an aggro hero. He can run Anti-Magic Time Pulse. He can run Overwhelming Blast. He can run Time Flicker. He can run Shatter Blast. And even Quantum Loop if you really want to. Is that the best one, though? Oh, he can run Reactor Overdrive. There you go. Real cheap, real dirty combos. A lot of it just explosive power. I mean, even if you really wanted it to, you could run Blast Sequence. That's just way more aggro. There you go. Explosive Superiority, explosive combos. Now we'll go into the explosive styles here. I'd say 1 Blast Bot. 3 Crazed Bombers, because they're just really good. Actually, we're going to try something different here. We're going to build a buff-heavy deck. Sounds weird, I know, but stay with me. Stay with me, boys and girls. We're going to try this. Because what we're going to do is we're going to spin all of our stuff forward with the Epic Master. All of our things get to rotate forward. We can even put like a Tempo Meddler or 2 in there. So what do we have? 8 Explosive, 5 Time. Show you the first combo. Anti-Magic Pulse. Great combo. Great combo. No problem, Freshen. Let's dig into nature here, into the forest actions. What do we have here? I think Monstrous Defender is just really good. Damage prevention. Stump Drift Shaman. But Tree Sprout is incredibly insane. Incredibly insane. If we're also running a very buff-heavy deck like this... First of all, we're also being aggro, right? We're being pretty aggressive. We want to dump our cards a lot. So I think running 2 Barkeeps... we'll be taking some damage on our own as well. Maybe like 1 Marauder. 2 Umbron Thieves. Where are we at? 26? probably look into a few more explosives. Go back into the tech at least. So really what we're doing with this deck is we're not caring too much about our hero trait, as we are just utilizing the good cards that are in this deck to use. And along with time, with what time actually allows us to do, if I can just look at the time cards. Time has cards like Warp Toad, really good one. It has cards like Chrono Warper, or C25 Combat Warper to just return their buffs to their hands. Actually, in some situations, we want to be aggressive. Where was that Chrono Warper? I'd say 2 of these is good. If we're only running 2 Crazed Bombers, that'll be our kind of buff removal. And then Chrono Moth. Chrono Moth is just really good. Like, just really good. Maybe 2 Epic Masters and 2 Chrono Moths for card draw and damage. We have damage in here. We have card draw in here. Major buff removal. And then, yeah, a lot of our cards are actually just straight buff. Like, in a lot of these decks that you'll see, I'm also going quite a bit different route with the Maniacal Machines and the Colossi Cannons. But a lot of normal decks that you'll see out there will just strictly run, you know, Blastbot, Scrapper, like 3 Bruisers, 3 Mercenaries. There's even some good Forest attack cards, like an Oakthorn Warrior, a Disturbed Elemental, even if you want stuff like that. The Unexpected Lethal, yes. Yes, it is. And then, of course, I mean, Time has some really good attack cards as well. It has the Chronomoss, it has the Combat Warpers. That you can just be a really disruptive attack force. And really just like, I mean, your forest buffs are there kind of, yeah, defending, a little bit of healing, some tree sprouts, whatever, what have you. But I am going to try and make a little bit more of a buff heavier one, where I run like Temple Meddlers to get in here with the Colossi Cannons, with the Maniacal Machines and all that stuff too. Actually, do I want the Epic Master or do I want Fountain of Time? I think I want Fountain of Time. That one's a little more versatile. Fountain of Time is way more versatile in this. Because I will not have multiple buffs. I'll want to target one at a time. Epic Master, I feel like there is a good deck around Epic Master, but I'd have yet to find it. And I mean, Temple Meddler is just really good if, like, hey, you want to rotate Stumpter Shaman back or the Monster's Defender back and just keep these buffs on board. You can Temple Meddler and have fun stuff like that. So that's just a lot of good things to... Temple Meddler is a fun deck to play around with. And then, of course, your combos are all just, hey, massive combos. Then your action buffs. Oh, I got 25 shards. Your action buffs are what's affected. So the only combo buff you'll really run is Blast Sequence. Tech Epic Master into Grimus. Wrangler, that is a spicy idea. That is a spicy idea. Put time into Grimus and put Epic Master in there. That's nasty. Because then you could all you would really do is you put Temple Meddlers and Epic Master in Grimus and have like major poison. Yeah. And then yeah, Temple Meddlers go if they can't remove Temple Meddler for some reason. All your stuff rotates back and does more damage. It stays on the board longer. That's gross. That's gross. We'll have to try that one day. We'll have to try that. If you're in my Wrangler, I know you're in my chat or in my Discord. Go into deck suggestions and put that down. Put Epic Master with Grimus. I want that saved somewhere so we can try that. If you wouldn't mind. Thank you, I appreciate it. So we're gonna see. Tuskrage buff. I think this first hour we'll try the buff variant. The next hour we'll try the attack variant that I was talking about. With just a lot of attack cards, really efficient, hyper aggro style with him. So I think we'll try this. We'll go on ladder with him. I always had to be careful running poison with any other element in buff. No, yeah, I mean, that could be very detrimental. I understand. But also, if you run time with Grimus and you only run action, defend, and attack, then your buffs are completely fine. So, like, the Temple Meddler is what I would target, but the Epic Master is just a defend card. So, the Epic Master could help that deck a lot. We're going against Badger the King. Oh, I'm sorry, Freshton. We are playing an aggro deck, so hopefully it goes over fast, and then I'll put it back on screen for you. So Q2 is a lightning. I think just like laying a Moss Ridge down. We really need an overlay for Steam. I mean, there's a lot of things that... this is a very fresh, brand new game. There's a lot of nice overlays that we could hope for, I guess. Do I even lay Moss Ridge down yet? I think I want to lay it down next turn. Wait for that to rotate one more. Ooh, okay. I mean, I am at a still... He also puts the decks on Trade Jerk. Yep, yes I do. Yes I do. Any decks that I feel at least did okay. Like today, I'll put that mill one up today. The mill one I'll put up today, and probably these Tuskrage ones I'll put up today too. I feel pretty good about these Tuskrage ones. Drawing 2 Temple... Like, seriously, where are my explosive cards? All of my time! Okay, we gotta talk about the shuffler for the AI system here, because it did not shuffle at all. Okay. Oh, snap. He's gonna remove this and not realize that he doesn't get the bonus, isn't he? Okay. Okay, he was smart. He was smart. But now we can Marauder him at least. And pass. Stumped your Shaman. Is there any rules as far as side decks go in tourneys, or just 9 cards in there? The side deck goes as follows. If you're talking about classic format, there's a different rule for that in Central. But what you have to do is your side deck cannot include items or other heroes. Your side deck also cannot include like a 4th or 5th copy of a card that's already in your deck. But otherwise, you can put anything in your side deck that you want. It can be combos, it can be attack, defend. Just no items, no heroes, and nothing to where, like, afterwards it would make it so that your base cards in your deck would go up to, like, 5. So you can't put, like, 3 Shadow Puppets in your main deck and 2 in your sideboard. You can't do that. He still has not laid a Thunder Slug yet. Kind of worried. I also have not drawn a single explosive card. I have like 8 in there, right? Why would anyone do that anyhow? Well, if you run into a buff or a deck that's just major buff heavy and you're like, yeah, I think, you know, running 5 Putrid Shamans or 5 Shadow Puppets would be really good. Put 5 with 1 card. 5 Spark Wisps, man. 5 Dust Fiends, you just... I mean, there's a reason it's not allowed. Oh my word, this is nuts. Well, I can lay Shatter Blast now, or Blast Sequence, I can do that. Like, part of me wants to just Warp Toad that thing. Like, Warp Toad it with my 2 buffs. She only gets 5 healing, he laid combo. 5 tentacles, yeah, just... whatever you want to do. Put a hero with an ability, have, See, this card needed a nerf. So that it says action buffs, and it can only be your buffs. This is such a broken card. This one needed a nerf, and I think it got missed in a big way. I think that nerf got missed in a big way. 5 Chrono Moss. That would be very expected lethal, then. Yeah, like MTG's Ravenous Rats. Oh my word. I'll have 28 of those rats in my deck. Sounds pretty good with a Thrumming Stone. Oh, I built that deck. Actually, was it a Ravenous Rats? I know there's a rat that you could have any any amount in your deck, and it like worked really well with Thrumming Stone. It worked really well with Thrumming Stone because you lay 1, look at the top 4, you can put it into play, then top 4, just like You put them all into play all at once. It was ridiculous. I built that deck once, and it was a lot of fun. I think I just pass again. Like, this is... Where are my explosive cards? Nope, more time. There's a crazed bomber. Yeah, and he's like, okay, what are you going to do? Like... Okay, there's the Eye of the Storm. Like, do I just let that healing go off? I'm not really dealing any damage to him right now, so maybe I do. Maybe I just give him that healing. I don't care. Filthy Philly built an awesome Druid token deck. My friend Jason built an amazing, I think it was Paladin deck. A Paladin ally deck that, like, came out of nowhere and swarmed me by, like, turn 3. I thought it was insane. I was like, dude, you gotta, like, take this to a tournament. It's amazing. And, of course, he built it after the game died and whatnot. And he's like, yeah, I just kept this one for fun. I gave away all the other cards. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. There's really no point in me even laying Blast Sequence if he's going to heal at all. I don't care if he heals for that because I'm not dealing damage right now. This is... I legitimately need to go back to this because I have not drawn a single explosive card or anything. All of my time cards were drawn. Like, every single one of them. It's like I built it, and then they just plopped it there and decided you get all the time first. And I'm like, oh, this is horrible. What do I do? Hurricane Spirit? Okay. Okay. I mean, I can Combat Warper that back to his hand. They're actually... No, Freshen, it is... Well, it's now Hearthstone. But before, believe it or not, there actually was a physical card game of the WoW TCG. But no, you're not really wrong. They just took it in a different direction. All the heroes' buffs are dormant. See, I can plop that one back to his hand before he gets anything fun. Another Crackling Beast, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Like, where are my cannons? Where's everything? This is nuts. I mean, how long has Hearthstone been out? Can anyone answer me that? As I'm playing a completely different card game in general. How long has another card game been out while I'm playing this one? Wow, this is muy unbueno. Hey, I got a freaking buff for once. Yet he has yet to lay a Thunderslug too. Hurricane Spirit, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Dust Fiend, sure. He is about 5 years old. So now what I think I want to do here... Lay this. Fountain of Time this bad boy. Then next turn I can Tempo Meddler. And we'll see if he Thunderslugs it. Hit him for 3. And then we'll hit him for 3. And we'll just see what happens. He can Thunderslug. He can Bubble Fish. That works too. But I feel like I'm going to Tempo Meddler now. Really wish this Bubble Fish was gone. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't Tempo Meddler Combat Warper because I don't have superiority in time. And I don't want to Craze Bomber because my buffs are nice. I like them that way. Do I just Craze Bomber? I think I do. I think I have to. Gosh darn it. I had a really good Tempo Meddler turn. It would have been so sick. And now all my Fountain of Times are gone. Yeah, I gotta go back and rework this deck. I didn't draw a single one of... There's a Thunder Slug, okay. There's a Slug. And a Living Cloud. That works. That works. So, what am I at? 9 is at 7. Don't really want to lay a buff. Can't heal. Don't want to put that down. Or that. There's pass. Blast Spot's not... Well, it's kind of bad in this matchup. No, the Electrified Moat, is that a location? Is the Electrified Moat a location? I want to say it is. Because it's definitely not a beast. I want to say the moat is a location. I knew you had 2 Living Clouds. That was not a surprise. Wow. Quito, your electricity is off the charts, my good sir. I'll do this. Colossi Cannon. My guess is he's got another Thunder Slug. Like, 9 times out of 10. Got a second Thunder Slug by now. Don't know why he wouldn't. Right? Don't know why he wouldn't. Living Storm, really? Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. If I Stump Drift Shaman. 5 and 8s. I could Blast Bot him. I'm gonna take 2 and go down to 10. He's got the Overload in his hand. Whoa, what am I saying? Oh, I can only return action buffs. That's right. Do I need to heal for 2? Does he have just a major hitting combo that kills me? I almost want to say yes. I want to say he does. He has a 4-cost combo in his hand with Overload to lay for like 12. And I'm just dead. Here's the Slug. Slug comes down, kills the cannon. Look at that. Look at that. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. So... now I'll draw. Okay. Okay. I'm probably dead. Because I'm going to Shatter Blast him for 13 instead of 14. And I'm going to have 24 damage. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. Oh, do I heal for 2 and then Blast Bot him? And see what he does? Maybe that's a smarter play. Or just hit him for 4. So he's got one more turn where his buffs don't do anything. I have Shatter Blast in hand. Crossing our fingers. He doesn't run any healing. I mean, if he Bubble Fishes, he also wins too, right? No, because Bubble Fish only prevent 2 of it, not 3 of it. Oh, okay. Does he have 8 damage? Nope. Well, we pulled it out, even though we drew horribly there. Even though we drew horribly, we still managed to win. Hooray for us. Hooray for us. Huzzah. That sweet guitar riff. Yeah. Let's go back and look at this deck. There's whew, what do we have for explosive? Only 8. We have 9 time. That explains it. That explains it. Tempo Meddlers were not helpful. We only have 2 Maniacal Machines. Wow. So we just don't have a lot of damage. That's what it was. That's what it was. Put a 3rd one in there. Do we just want another Blast Bot? My also thought in this is how many machines are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a lot. Okay. Because there is a nice little time card that is an attack called Slipscale Racer, where 3 damage if you laid a machine card, gain 1 additional action. And I'm trying to wonder if that's viable at all in this. How many defends are in these types of decks? Okay, so we need one more here. Hopefully explosive, right? I feel like a bruiser. Yeah. Feel like it's fine. Feel like it's fine. Ugh. So yeah, this deck I don't feel is as good as the attack variant that we will build in a little bit here. I still want to try and see if these buffs are viable though. See, it's really hard with tech to build a deck that's not attack because really, isn't Gul'dan #1 in the UK? I think he is. I think Gul'dan is #1 in the UK. Which means that he might be playing Lockout Selene. In which case, if he is, this could go horribly for us. This could go horribly for us. Could go quite bad. Cosmos? Okay. Just aggro? Interesting. I thought, well, didn't Gul'dan win the last gold tournament over in the UK, though? Is that what I'm thinking? Because I know Gul'dan won a gold tournament over there recently. And he's the one that made it up with, like, the major Smork deck with Zuna before Zuna got nerfed. So I know Gul'dan is, like, a top player in the UK. Who's apparently on team... What is it? TLI is something Lemon Ice. Something Lemon Ice. It's like Tea Lemon Ice. I don't know if it's, Oh, just Team Lemon Ice? That might be it. Yeah. Just Team Lemon Ice? Yeah, that sounds about right. I think Chronomothing here is fine. We can lay that if we need to. We'll pass and draw. Blast Spot's good. This is a location. I could have removed that. Scrub Kid, greetings. Greetings. Do they have a stream? Are they on right now? Is he streaming right now? Is he stream sniping me? Huh. That's interesting. Well, no one tell me what he's doing. Pathfinder, both of them? I'd assume that's why you laid Lunar. Wait, a pro is streaming? Bye! Hey, I'm like semi-pro. I'm the guy you come to for wacky, fun, crazy adventures, right? Everyone wants the competitors and no one wants the memes. No, you're Greshu. It's true. I am my own persona. So we got 11 damage. We prevent the 2 that we would take with this. But, like, do we have anything to follow it up with is the thing. I guess we do have 3 and we have 7 damage afterwards. Let's see if he heals. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Actually, technically, if this rotates out, this is 5 damage. Because all of our explosive cards deal 1 more damage. Fountain of Time would have been really nice. Could have Fountain of Time that back 1. Hit him for another 11. If it worked. Freshen, gotta go eat. Go get yourself some food, man. Get yourself some of that nom-noms. Okay, so we have 8 damage in hand. My guess is he's got like a Dusk Feeder, though. Or even a Blinding Beetle. A Lunar or a Twilight Oracle. I mean, Lunar's just got so many good healing cards. So many of them. I felt like Lunar was built right the first time. Lunar was built so right that everything just flows well with Lunar. Okay, looking for a card. Maybe he's looking for healing. Freshen, thank you. Oh, there it is. There it is. The Blinding Beetle. He probably drew it off the top, actually. Funny thing is, I would have had 8 damage. Well, let's see what we get. That is only going to hurt me. I could defend her and prevent some stuff. Yeah, Astral is just so strong right now. It's ridiculous. Just everything works for Astral, you know? They get card draw, they get additional actions. They get hand disruption. They get big healing. They get the heaviest hitting combos and the heaviest hitting buffs. Like, nah, it's weak. It needs buffs. Scrub Kit. I will say that Astral and Dread are probably the two most difficult classes to play for anyone out there. I'll Marauder you for 6. Oh, I wish I had a damaging attack card. But, instead, I get this. Yeah, Astral is just so good. I mean, if... I'm dead. We're both at 2. I have a Fountain of Time in hand. That Blinding Beetle saved him. Which he drew off the Selene. It's ridiculous. This is intense. I mean, only if you think that I have a chance. I know I'm gonna die. He has this turn and next turn to find something to deal damage. He's got Astral Priest, Chimchu Militant, he could even... That's going to be so bad for me. Yeah, because it's going to cut out this. I don't think he even needed to do that. That's just a bit of a... Nope. He's got 2 more turns to deal 2 damage. Yeah, there it is. He didn't even need that buff. He didn't need it. I believe. I don't believe. Yeah. This deck with the buffs don't think works. Don't think works. We're gonna build one with straight attack that's a lot better. The one more commonly seen. Same combos, same everything. Actually, let's do this. Let's just duplicate that thing. Because it's the same combo, same everything. We'll just take the action cards out. We'll duplicate it. We'll edit it. Classic Cannons are go. Fountain of Times are go. Maniacal Machines are a go. I don't even think we need the Shamans. Alright. So it's pretty much just a straight attack deck. Because they have some of the best attacks in the game. Get more Chronomoths in there. Probably another one of those. What are we sitting at? What's my card draw at? I mean, essentially, like this... What this deck is it's... Blammo, but instead of water, it's forest. If you want to go look at a Blammo list and build the Blammo, and then build this, like, that's what this is. It doesn't really run any buffs, because Crazed Bomber is so good. And that is one thing I would like to make a video about in the near future, is what I believe the future of tech needs to do to change, to grow. And it's all around Crazed Bomber. I'm gonna do this just to get that notification out of the way. I have several different ideas to kind of work Crazed Bomber into a better situation, but right now the way it is and how it is, it's too difficult to play any other sort of tech deck that isn't straight aggro. And I don't think that is... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The ways Crazed Bomber is also... no, let's just go into it right now. Let's go into it. I'll post this video separate on Twitch. Put a marker there. What I believe Crazed Bomber... Because I have about an hour and a half. I got enough time for this. What I believe Crazed Bomber... The way it is, the way it reads, is remove 3 buffs from recipient, remove 2 action buffs to yourself, okay? They actually, if you go back and look at all the errata nerfs that they did, Every single card out there that had a condition like this, except for like maybe one or two, was nerfed to be you have to meet the condition to get the added benefit. They were the conditional increase as opposed to avoid the drawback type of cards. And Craze Bomber is one of the biggest avoid the drawback type of cards in the game. Because it literally, it says, like, remove 3 buffs. First of all, it's the card that removes the most buffs in the game outside of Thunderslug, and that takes 2 turns to do. But it removes 2 of your buffs as well. So all you have to do to avoid that drawback is run attacks. And Tech has some of the best attacks. So just run the attacks, play Craze Bomber, and you have the best value deck that you can build. What I think some of the options this can do is to make Craze Bomber better is it can lower its power level down. It has to lower its power level down. It has to. It's in my opinion, too difficult to play in a different style deck. And that is with remove 1 buff from an opponent. Conditional, if you remove one of your own buffs, remove a 2nd buff from your opponent. I think that will work really well in Tech, especially how Tech is like, hey, you know, all these buffs, if they expire, they'll do damage to you. We have stuff like Demolition Bot, we have stuff like, return your own buffs to your hand. There is the, what are some cards that also remove your own buffs? Malfunctioning Sentry, remove a buff. There is cards, Scrap Scanner, return a buff to your hand, all that stuff. That I think that Crazed Bomber could work really well if it was remove one of your own buffs, remove 2 of your opponents, otherwise just remove 1. Kind of like how Astral is a 1, and if you meet the condition, it removes 2. One of those types of things. It can lose the burn for that matter, too. You can lose the burn on it. And that way it'll kind of force Tech, or not force Tech, but it'll make Tech better, and it'll play a lot better as if you want to play straight aggro, fine, but you're not going to have the best buff removal in the entire game to do it. Right? You're not going to have the best weapons to play straight aggro. You can run Tech buffs and whatnot and play more of a buff heavy deck, which will then lead you into more buff support and more buff control. So I think that's a really good way to change that card, is make it 1, and then you remove 1 of your action buffs, or 1 of your own buffs, to increase that number to 2. I think that's a great way to change Craze Bomber, and I think if they did that, Tech would open up to a much wider variety of cards. So I think that'll be if they made Craze Bomber that way, there might be like a hype of like, oh, you know, Tech is dead. They removed the best combo in the game. Tech aggro is all dead. No, Tech aggro will be fine. It just won't have the immense board control presence that aggro doesn't need to have. Aggro does not need to have the best attacks and the best control all wrapped into one package. If you want to play aggro, but there should be a downside like, yeah, I went all attacks, but that means I lose board control. Not, hey, I went all attacks and I control the board at all times. Like, it's one of those, like, they don't need them both. And because of so much power, it's really like, why would I run any of the buffs that are so fun in Tech? Like, all the robot, all the machine stuff, all the rotating your buffs forward or backwards, controlling the board that Tech has. Why do it when the best cards are their buff removal and their attack cards? So, I mean, that's what I think Craze Bomber should be switched to. I'm trying to think of what are the other ones that I had said for Craze Bomber that it could do. I mean, in my opinion, there's another video I want to make on buffs as well, because I personally also don't think that buffs should say just buffs. It should say action buffs, or like 1 combo buff. Because I also feel that in this game, buff removal is so potent that it makes you not want to play any combo buffs because of how easily they're removed. And there are a lot of fun combo buffs as opposed to like combo action, attack and defend. They're just immediate actions. That the power level of buffs is really good, but if you lay it down and then it gets buff removal, like that was a huge tempo waste. And like for cards like Shadow Puppet, Crystal Leech, actually I think those are the only 2 that remove 2 at a time. I think all buffs should have on there remove like X amount of action buffs or 1 combo buff. You shouldn't be able to remove a combo and an action buff. You have to have focus, which will really help bring combo buffs up into the power level as well. That way people will actually start playing combo buffs. Because right now, this Tech deck that I'm playing has 5 attack. 3, I think, because I'm running 1 buff just to pay for it and 1 buff just to control their board. And that's really all you want to do. But there's a lot of really fun combo buffs out there that are like really potent and powerful to play, but there's just no reason to play them because of buff removal the way it is in this game. And I think that's how you actually change buff removal in this game, is you make it 2 action or just 1 attack. Obviously, things like Reckless Spirit can be 1 action or 1 attack buff. It's not going to increase because it has to be 1. It gets a 3 attack. Astral can go to like, you can remove 1 action buff. If Lunar's on top, you can remove another action buff. You could even have, say, or 1 combo buff as opposed to the 2. Or you can have it like, say, Pathfinder's, if Lunar's on top, remove 2. You can be like, if Solar's on top, remove a combo buff instead. Something like that. You can change Pathfinder as well. Crazed Bomber, the way I said it before is like remove 1 buff, remove 1 of your own to remove another buff. If you also remove a buff, you can change that, kind of like how Astral is. You can change that to where you remove a combo buff instead of 2 action buffs, kind of thing. Where I think that is a really good way to help even out the level of buff removal by helping combo buff become a lot more prominent and better in the game, as opposed to all the attack and defend combos that are in the game. And Crazed Bomber definitely needs to be switched. Crazed Bomber needed a Rata nerf, and I'm very surprised that it didn't get one. But mostly, I'm sure it's because of all the reprints were already made. Crazed Bomber was already printed several times over. They couldn't really go back and change it because there's no real way to do it. But I strongly think that is what Crazed Bomber needs, so that tech as a whole can grow in the direction that they want it to. And the direction that kind of helped is with Looper making it a buff. They dwindled down a lot of their attacks, a lot of their turning cards into buffs, to kind of say like, hey, they don't have all the best attack cards. I think even Fumbling Alchemist got down to 4, but then it had the new condition instead of the drawback that they avoided all the time, which is a really good addition in my opinion, is it give things conditional increases as opposed to avoid the drawback. Because the avoiding the drawback is super easy in this game. Like Crazed Bomber, it's super easy to avoid the drawback. But I think that it will, if you make Crazed Bomber that switch, tech overall will see a mass change in several different deck formats. Because aggro will still be there, just won't have the best control. But then the buff-heavy tech cards that are amazing to play, it's just no one's played them because there's no point in playing buffs in tech because of their buff removal. I think that'll actually make tech a lot more diverse and help tech grow as an alignment in general. That's what I believe. I'll post that to YouTube as a separate video as well. I thought they were required payments when I first started playing, that Fumbling Alchemist required discarding a combo and that Bomber required discarding 2 buffs. No, exactly. Oh, my webcam is dead again. Did it die as the video was going in? No! I hope not, because I like that. I like that one. How is this happening? Like, this is the first time it happened to me. Maybe I need to update my WebDriver or something like that. I don't know. I do not know. But thank you for catching that. Hopefully it died like right at the end of the video and didn't just kind of like blah, 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 like that. But yeah, Cowboy Hat Valor. When I read a lot of these cards, I thought it was like, oh, you get to remove 3, but you have to remove 2 of your own. The Fumbling Alchemist was, oh, you deal 6 damage, but you have to discard a combo of yours. Kind of how. Let's just go in here and show an amazing example of how it kind of should read. Is it fire? I think it's fire. The Everrock Relic. The Everrock Relic. 3 damage, increase this by 3 if you're holding a combo card and move that combo to your deck. It's not like 6 damage, but you have to do this. It's like, no, there's... End the video with a joke. Oh! Yeah, like, this is an amazing card, and in my opinion, what kind of Fumbling Alchemist should have been more like. Where you can do a conditional increase, but the cards that are literally avoid the drawback in this game are so easy to avoid the drawback. Like Greedy Gemruff. Greedy Gemruff, I think, just in my opinion, for what it is, discard 1 card, your enemy discards 1 card from their hand and 1 card from the top of their deck. This one literally can read, discard 1 card from the top of their deck. It can be fine for mill, but then if you discard a card from your hand, your opponent also discards a card from their hand. Because if this is the last card in your hand, and you lay it, you get both effects without having to do anything. Mind you, this is a very difficult one to get conditional around, but it's not unheard of. I've done it several times in a mill deck, where I just played stall, emptied my whole hand, and then Greedy Gemruff for free and got great value out of it. But I do think that the way this game is going to grow is if they start cutting way back on the avoid the drawback and give you a more of conditional increase is in cards. I think that is the best way to go in this game. It makes the game a lot more diverse, a lot more thinking around, as opposed to like, okay, how can I just avoid this drawback? Oh, okay, I empty my whole hand until this card, and then I get it perfectly. How do I avoid Fumbling the Alchemist? Oh, there's several cards in tech that rearrange my hand, so I just move my combos out and then hit you for 6. Like, there's so many ways to work around the conditional drawbacks that they really shouldn't cut onto those cards. It should always be a conditional increase, in my opinion. So I'll put that as YouTube, a clip, and I'll probably share it to, you know, anyone that wants to hear it. People can comment on it. Hopefully they do. They can either hate it or love it. Like, no, don't change Crazy Bomber. There's no reason you change Crazy Bomber. But who knows? Maybe Play Fusion will hear it and be like, yeah, maybe we should. Maybe that is a great way to change that card, and it'll help tech grow. Because right now, this one I can already feel is going to be way better. Just aggro, aggro, attack, attack. Look at the top 4 cards, find an attack card, play it. Like, can't stress this enough. Send this to Play Fusion. Scrub Kid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel. And what you guys can do is you can share that video, that highlight clip, everywhere. You can share it onto the Discord. You can send it yourself. Be like, hey, he made a really good point. I don't feel like I should bug Play Fusion with that. I feel like I should just put my content out there, and if they find it, awesome. If you guys want to share it with them, awesome. But I feel like if I put the content out there and then I try to shove it in Play Fusion's face, they're gonna get really annoyed with me. Like, okay, you need to stop. But like, if I put the content out there for people to give feedback on, and then if other people then share my opinion, it's not just me saying that. It's other people agreeing with me and saying, hey, this might be a good thing for you to look at. Some guy said this. I agree with him in certain ways. Where it's not just one person, it's a multiple of voices, which is a lot easier to get influenced instead of just one. Voices of the many completely overshadow the voices of the one. So yeah, I think this deck will be really good. I think just one Warp Toad is completely fine if they get really buff heavy, and we have to remove it for some reason, or if we want to like return our 2 forest buffs so they don't get killed by Crazy Bomber. That's fine. But yeah, all this is attack and defense. I think we can even go in here and just see how many buffs are in this deck. There is the 3 forest buffs. Everything else is attack. And I bet this is going to be really good. And I personally cannot take credit for this build. Yes, I did just make it. I did explain it. But I have seen several builds like this already on ladder. So I know that other people have built this before. Or good. Or I had a cracker. C-Stacks. I've seen his name around. Did I just pick buff? We'll see, we'll see. You're right, I did. You're right, I did, Wrangler. Well, guys. We messed up. We messed up. Okay, aggro. There we go. Rip all the status that we just won from last game. Alright, let's try this again. Let's play the right deck this time. I don't care, in my opinion, I don't care too much about ladder status. If I rank up, awesome. Good for me. Kudos, I am amazing. If I don't, I'm not playing competitively. I'm not trying to go to Europe. I just feel like playing on ladder is a better experience to test out decks than playing on casual, because casual is where you'll find a lot of those people that are just starting. Now that ladder is more diverse, it's a better way to go and test and see if your decks are working. Okay. So now, wow. I think laying this, seeing if he's got an Ancient Miner. Or not an Ancient Miner, Crystal Leech early on the bat. You say, okay, well, that's Blast Bot is amazing for Mountain Forts. Amazing for Mountain Forts. Or Enchanted Soils. It's really good for Enchanted Soils, too. No healing for you. Sorry. Not allowing it. No healing. Maybe we'll see Awestruck Tourists in this deck once Uprising hits. Dude, I would love that. I would love to play with those Creebles. I think that would be great. That would be so much fun. Because I'm definitely going to try and build a like a location deck and put those Awestruck Creebles in there. I cannot wait to mess around with those cards. Okay, so I think I lay this one down and I pass. Because if he doesn't remove this, it expires and these now become 7 damage. Well, no, I think I lay one now. I think I lay one now because I can't lay in both the next turn. And then he's got to remove something, right? Because this will hit for 2. This will expire and make this 7 damage. So yeah, he's got to have a Crystal Leech or Mountain Fort. Actually, no, Mountain Fort won't even help because I have Warp Toad. He's got to have a Leech or healing, like Boulder Feast, something. Stream of Tantos will do it. That will definitely do it. He even got rid of the Leech. Impressive. Impressive. Has anyone commented on the fact we have the official Uprising logo now? Did they put out the other side, Filthy Phil? Because I know we have the center one, and I know we have her right side. Do we have that that spirit for the left side or not? Do we have that yet or not? No, I don't think anyone actually commented on it. Is there a, or are you talking about like just the word text of the new logo? Because I think they put those out on the promo cards, right? Yeah, on all the spoilers. Okay, well we have Bruiser and Mercenary now. Yeah, the word text. I don't think anyone has, in all honesty. I will admit, I looked at it briefly, but I was too focused on the art because I'm very in awe of all this new art. It's always good to see the official art. It very much is. It really is. So I have 11. Well, now I don't. That's rude. I think I'm fine with how I just draw 2. Chrono Angler's nice. So I can Chrono Angler, look at the bottom 4, see if there's anything I want to draw or pick up. It's green like... Is it really? That's awesome. Did anyone comment on the fact that I said all of the Creeble artwork, like even the ones in the cages, the stuff that's Uprising are the green Creebles, as opposed to the tourist ones where all 3 clans were just happy together? So I'm like, does that mean that something happens with the one clan? Oh my word. Because I saw that and was like, there's got to be something there, right? There's got to be different kinds of Creebles. I mean, there's clearly 3. There's the red, the tan, and the green. I'll hit him for 6. Next turn this will go off and increase the damage I can do with them all. To make this 6 and that's 7. So he's got to heal again. Oh, an Exterior Defender. Okay. That makes sense. I can still Warp Toad and get past it, so cool. Different tribes, perhaps? Yeah, very much, perhaps. Shadow, okay. He's got another action. Give him the good game. And this is why Warp Toad is busted. Warp Toad is busted. There you go. There you go. Warp Toad should have been nerfed, but it didn't get it. There's quite a few more cards. I should probably make my own video of like, hey, which cards missed the errata that should have got it. Start off with Warp Toad. For any that want to see the deck before I continue playing it, I'll put this up as the combos here. Because, yeah, Blast Sequence and Anti-Magic Cell are the only buffs that we really play. And because Crazy Bomber doesn't remove combo buffs, they're fine. They also pay for, like, literally everything else. So I'll put those up. I'm going to go refill my water bottle, and I'll be right back. I guess I'll just mute my mic so that you guys can't hear me messing around in my kitchen. All right, Wrangler says Warp Toad might have missed the errata because it might not have been played as much. Why return it when you can remove it? Exactly. Warp Toad, like, no one played Warp Toad because no one played buff tech. Everyone was playing aggro tech. So why run Warp Toad when you can run Crazed Bomber and not have the drawback? Makes no sense to me. Warp Toad was run in like a Sicario deck before Flynamo majorly got nerfed in the last year. But I mean, it's still really good. There are a few cards that can be returned, but everyone just removes them. Yeah, I mean, like C25 Combat Tech Warper is a return. It's a really nice one. Returns before the damage, so it's really conditional. I really enjoy this one. I really enjoy this card so much. Teriyaki Fish Gangs, thank you for the host. Thank you for the host. Welcome. Welcome to the Thunder Pack, the Thunder Army, or the Thunder Troop Crew, whatever you want to. We're still gonna call it, right? Because like I feel like the Thunder Army is for the people that are subbed. Thunder Followers are for the people that, you know, follow me and watch me and all that stuff. Is it just like the Troop? Welcome to the Troop. What do you want to call us? As a whole? How many tech heroes don't get played much because of Crazed Bomber? A lot. Does it notify when I auto-host you? I didn't get a notification, Filthy Phil. I think it's like, if it's mid-stream, I get a notification, but right off the bat, I don't think it does. I also start with like a 5-minute intro, so the auto-host should kick in before all of my Twitch fun stuff goes in. So I probably get a notification on Streamlabs, but I don't get a notification on stream because I'm on a different screen and I don't have those alerts on. And then here's the bottom of it, just for people can look at. But yeah, I can go look, because mind you, I also found this out. There is not a single tech hero now, not a single one, that has double supremacy. Ever since they nerfed Zuna, there has not been a single hero that runs tech that has double tech supremacy. I found that out as I was looking at all the nerfs and all the cards, which I thought was pretty interesting. I thought that was pretty interesting. Alright, hopefully that's good enough. People can take screenshots if they want. But, let's just before we jump back into another game, I want to look at some of the tech heroes. Because let's just take a look here. Obviously, Anzi's rotating out. Can't use him. One guy is Lexi. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I kind of wish that all alignments could have a hero like that, but right now there's only 3 because Lexi's rotating out. Also, Lexi has double supremacy, which is nuts. I think so does Gemforger Gran, though. I think Gran has 2 supremacy as well. But a hero that I would love to see more of, if they could change Crazed Bomber, is this guy. This guy has yet to even see play because Crazed Bomber. Store expired time buffs under this card. Ability, move the stored cards to your deck. Now that Looper is a buff, guys, infinite Looper value. You can make him draw cards all day, but Looper's going to hit for 7. Go back to your deck, put Looper back out. Like, oh yeah, before Warden of Time got burned, I honestly looked at it and was like, is Warden of Time getting burned because of this guy? Because that's nuts. Because that would be broken. But no one used this guy because there was Zuna. Because there was everyone else. And it needed burn for the first place. But, no, yeah, this guy would be awesome if they changed Crazed Bomber. Because that means, hey, more buffs to run in tech, right? Awesome. Everyone's happy about that. But yeah, he's someone that I would love to try and build a deck around that has time buffs, just to see what we can do with him. But the fact that Crazed Bomber exists the way it does, like, it's a terrible idea for tech to go anywhere outside of what it is aggro-wise. So yeah, that being said, we'll jump back on ranked with our aggro Tuskrage deck. We'll play this probably for the rest of the night. We only got about an hour. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for joining and watching me on this beautiful Saturday morning. The sun is very perceptively shiny out, but I bet you it's like 3 degrees here in Wisconsin. Lovely Wisconsin, where all people think about us is cheese and the winter apocalypse, I guess. Mind you, I think we're like the #1 state to get noticed or mentioned in a lot of movies. Me and my girlfriend were just watching The Incredibles 2, and there's a hero named Brick. And it's really funny. He's like, I'm Brick. And it's like, oh, where are you from, Brick? She goes, Wisconsin. And me and her just go, that is not how we talk. We just chuckled. Because, I mean, there's so many movies out there right now that's like, yeah, in Wisconsin, from Wisconsin. And I'm like, dude, is there something about Wisconsin that just makes people want to think about us? Tuskrage aggro, let's do this. Let's jump right in. Right in. Having some fun. Playing some Tuskrage aggro. Joey Coco. That's a name I've also seen before, too. With Ancient, I mean, his ability is pretty much going to be useless because, hey, I don't run buffs. What's the point? Right? Time Flicker turn 1, I think, is amazing, even if it's draw 1 less card. We can even slam down a Tree Sprout if we really need to. Get more card draw. We also get a combo, so we get another card draw for the combo. Time Flicker turn 1, guys. There's no reason not to do it. No reason. Okay. I mean, he's probably like, I gotta get these leeches out of my hand as soon as possible because he's not running any buffs. Right, Joey Coco? Right? I wonder, is he Ancient Mill? Is he still trying to make Ancient Mill a thing? Oh, there's another Tree Sprout we can plop down. So far, 1 Crystal each. I think my Ancient Mill that I ran before the erratas also ran the Shade Ripper for Shadow. Could run stuff like that. Mind you, you can put water items under it so he could... Shovaburas? New Hearthstone. New digital card game for the amazing people who love digital card games. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Shovaburas, are you familiar with Lightseekers in any way, shape, or form? Are you new to this game? Did you just try it out, see it? Or did you just see my amazing, smiling, good-looking face and was like, hey... I want to get a full screen of that guy. He's just 1 Crystal each. I have 2 Crazed Bombers, which are pretty much going to do me not a whole lot. I think if I Blast Sequence now, I'll be okay. Shovaburas, no, I see my friend browse through stream games. Oh, okay. This game is very different from Hearthstone. Hearthstone relies on minions. This relies on rotating buffs on a board state. You draw at the end of your turn. And he is playing Mill. Would you look at that? He is playing Mill. I mean, there's a lot of differences in this and Hearthstone as well. Like I said, the buffs rotate. They're not based on minions or health. I can anti-magic pulse this. Do I anti-magic pulse it? Maybe I do. To get around Bubblefish, to make sure that damage goes through. You play Hearthstone? Awesome. I mean, I play Hearthstone too. But yeah, if you... I mean, this game is really enjoyable. I love Hearthstone, but I love this game just as much, if not more. Yeah. This game has only been out for... I think it's going on 2 years now, so it's still fairly new. They're about to come out with their 4th set in a few months to help expand, rotate out some cards that have become a little broken. But if you are interested in the game and would like to learn, there are some amazing tutorials online of just this game in general. So I can hit for 10. Yep, you essentially can, like I said, two actions per turn, 2 cards, or you can spend your turn playing a combo card, which is like this, by spending payments to lay them for a much better effect. I think I just passed draw. Yeah, so in Hearthstone, it's very much like a ramp up to the better cards. Ooh. I don't have anything to remove that, do I? Well. I think I'll lay this. And pass. Take 9. You can play a card from your hand and attack. You can lay a buff on the board. You can, like, attack, defend. Essentially, you have 2 actions to lay 2 cards in a turn. There are several ways to get multiple actions. Or you can spend your turn to lay a combo card. But it is a very, like, it's because of that, it's a very back-and-forth style game. Where in Hearthstone, it's like, hey, you know, I have 7 mana. I lay, like, 6 things on the board. And then my opponent has a turn to figure it out. And this is, because of the limited actions, it is very back-and-forth. It is much more balanced, in a sense. I think laying the tree sprout is fine. How many cards does he have in his hand? 7. So if I do this, I heal for 2 and draw 2. Filthy Phil, exactly, yes. I mean, the deck construction in this game, in my opinion, is a lot more advanced than Hearthstone as well. Because Hearthstone, if you play Paladin, you're limited to the Paladin cards and the neutral cards. If you play, Warlock, you're Warlock and neutral. In this game, yes, I am playing Dread, which is the purple class, but you can put items into Dread so that you can play other orders like yellow or red if you have the item equipped. So the deck building is 10 times more diverse in this game because of such things like that. Do I even want to Chrono Angler this turn? I don't think I do. I don't even want to do that. I really don't want to do anything. Freshton, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, because of that Bubblefish, I don't really want to do a whole lot of anything. He's just preventing the damage that I'm trying to push through. He runs Gesture. Of course he does. Well, I mean, he's not dealing damage to me. That one? Still gotta get rid of one more. That one, I don't think I'll be... This deck is turning out a lot better than the other one. But we are playing against an Ancient Mill. And I'm kind of curious, like, if he... Like, is he running Crazed Shaman as well? you think? Or Confused Shaman? But we will see. We will see what happens. I think next turn, Chronomoth into Umbron Thief is a good turn. Delivery Crab. Okay. Freshen, yeah, I made an aggro deck. With Tuskrage. That's kind of a poopy one. I mean, yeah, he's... If it's Ancient Stall, it's kind of a meh. Not a big fan of it. He can use this ability to remove my buff. Yep, there it goes. So I don't get the card draw. Okay. Yeah, he's playing... like it feels like the same as the Ancient Mill, but Ancient Mill played more of a stall game, which I'm not a fan of, in my opinion. Not a fan of the stall. Okay. Well, we have the Crazed Bomber. In case we need the Crazed Bomber. Yep, there's the frog. We all saw the frog coming. And a guard snail. Okay. There's a Blast Bot and a Shatter Blast. Shatter Blast I don't think is really going to do anything in this matchup because he's not really dealing a whole lot of damage to us. So I don't think we'll ever get that, like, 14 damage. Well, if anything, Shatter Blast can pay for Overwhelming Blast. I think we wait one more turn. We can Blast Bot him. And pass. Draw one, bring him down to 20. We'll see what he's got. Scrapworks Bruiser. Okay, that helps. Delivery Crab. Okay. Yep, just massive heals. I mean, he probably doesn't run like outside of Bubblefish, not a whole lot of buffs, so I'm okay with this. Then passing. Warp Toad. I mean, I can lay Shatter Blast now for 8. I can always do that. So does Font of Misfortune just make it so no one can redraw cards from what is currently in their discard pile while the time is played? Yeah, essentially. As long as that's on board, all cards in the discard pile will have burn. Is how that kind of runs. There's a Crazed Bomber that I didn't necessarily need. I'm kind of wondering if he is running Shadow. You know what I mean? To bring those cards back? I honestly can't believe this is still a thing. Confused Shaman got nerfed, but I haven't seen it yet, so he might... It feels like a stall. It feels like a stall. So this will bring him down to, what, 18? He's used, I want to say, like, all of his Delivery Crabs. He's got Heroic Starfishes as well. He's used 2 Vitalizing Frogs. Yeah, I think pushing now. Before you can get any more. Yeah, that's true. Ooh, nice damage. Nice damage. So, yeah, he's got to heal. I got to push. We'll see if we can outlast him. Crystal Maze. That would have been nice, but he's healing for a whole bunch. So, like, the Marauder would have been nice here. So now I have, 6. I want to draw, because my next few turns won't be all that impressive. A guard snail again. Okay. Okay. And a starfish. Sure. That snail, man. That snail. I think I'll deal 6. Draw. That's gonna be nice. That is gonna be nice. So... if I draw an explosive, that means Shatter Blast becomes good? Okay. So now I have 8 damage in hand. If he heals, I can combat Warper that frog up deck to his hand. Or we just win. Perfect. GG. Good game, man. Cosmo, 1991. Magrock, most represented deck. It looks like it in the Boston Gold event. I am not surprised. I am not surprised. Are you at the Gold event, or how are you able to see what their deck lists are? Cosmo 1991. First of all, is this HS Cosmo? Do you have a different Twitch name? Or are you a US Cosmo? Because I know Sir Frankster like plays Magrock exclusively. I think 2 Pancakes is there and he plays Magrock a lot. Oh no, there's a picture on Facebook. Okay. Wait, are you playing this deck in rank? Yeah, I am playing this deck in rank, Teriyaki Fish Gang. It's you! It's HS Cosmo! Guys, HS Cosmo, if you didn't know, is part of Heroic Starfish. He's one of the many amazing UK players. I think he's #1 in UK right now. Right above Gul'dan, who we played earlier today. And lost by a bare minimum because he drew the nuts right at the end. Really, Tetra's also playing Magrock. Mumbles is playing Magrock. Frank's is playing Magrock. Tetra's playing Magrock. Is, Fatal Zeph's playing Selene OTK as standard. Okay. Yeah, I gotta know, what's everyone playing? Is there like a link to the picture that you can just share in chat so we can all look at it real quick, Cosmo? #1 in UE, hashtag humblebrag. No big. Yep, I know Darkcatcher was playing Asavak because everyone told him to, so he's like, fine, I'll play it. I really want to know what he did with Asavak. I really want to know what he did as with Asavak. I'm very intrigued. On the official Like Secrets Facebook. Okay. Let me open that up real quick. Let me jump in here. I can't believe they would post like what everyone's having for a deck list. Okay, so I'm on the official Facebook page, and I'm only seeing 3 pictures, and they're like all of Tetra. Okay, so I'm in the tag. I'm looking. I see, like I said, I only see 3 pictures. – . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . I think that's an Edda playing against Tetra. Tetra's playing Magrock. Asavak and Selene. How are you seeing what everyone's playing though? Those pictures don't. You can see the heroes, but not the deck list. Is there only the 3 pictures though? Because like I only see 4 heroes. I'm gonna hit play while we talk because I don't want the stream to be dead. I'm only seeing the 3 pictures, and only 4 of the heroes are the people that are there. Tetra against Tempest. Oh, that was a Tempest? That looked like a. I mean, I guess the picture is very, very small. No, yeah, that's Tempest. With the white background, it looked like Edda to me. It looked like Edda of the Depths. Against Gul'dan again! Oh, man. Okay, that's fine. We're playing tech, and we have a lot of buff removal, so we're good. We're golden. I say we just pass. We try and build up our hand. Monster's Defender is going to help a lot when he starts laying... I mean, outside of Spectral Widow, when he starts laying his insane buffs that just tick for damage, that's when the Monster is going to help a lot. Ooh, that kind of stinks. Kind of stinks. Okay. It's an undead, not a location. I think I just pass again. There's nothing I really want to do right now. Chrono Moth, yes. So, unless he also runs like Devourer or Devour. Only 3 photos, okay. So Magrock's hero is passive. Heal when you do another 10. Yes, it is passive. Wait. If no damage is done, no, because he needs to deal damage to be able to heal. So if the damage is blocked, it's brought down to 0. Now's a good time to Defender. We all know Frank. That's true. We all know Frankster plays Magrock. I want to say that 2 Pancakes is also playing Magrock, because I mean that's just what his deck has been doing for the past few turns, or past few games. He's been playing Magrock. Just trying to figure out more counters to those decks. The biggest counter to Magrock is hit him for 18 with Astral, because he only works if he's below 10. So hit him while he's above 10. Mind you, don't pull a Georgester and hit him for 11 and get it reduced by 1 and put him at 1, and then have Magrock heal back up to 10. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, but they run 18 Crystal Cores. That's true. That's very true. They are Crystal Core just insanos. Captain Athena with Trojan Worthy. Like I said, I don't know what kind of Healing Dread really runs. Mind you, we are in standard format, so he could run like Soul Trader, Devourer. There's a Spectral Widow. That's fine. That's fine with me. I think I'll lay Tree Sprout. No draw. We'll do that. We have a Barkeep, which is nice. It'll heal me 2, draw me 2 cards at this rate, unless he, like... I mean, even if he does lay 2 cards, I can still Barkeep and draw 2, because we'll be at 7 each. So we'll just see. We'll just see what we have. I put in Starforged Warrior and Oppressor into the deck to counter it, but good to know more counters. No, Starforged Warrior is an amazing counter to a lot of decks out there right now, simply because of how relevant weapons are in this new meta. Crystal Core and Skyrider alone Dos panquaques. Yes. Dos panquecos. Finally says hello. Thank you for that. So yeah, we can still barkeep. Ooh. Oh, really? So he might be playing Classic because they only play Classic to test for the format? That's interesting. I mean, that's a little inside knowledge, but that's interesting. Which means he still could run one Devourer, still could run one Soul Trader. Those cards are still allowed. But I mean, Gul'dan, no offense to Cosmo, Gul'dan is a really good player. So I'm not going to try and be like, oh, you know his deck list? I mean, the Undead family is very well fleshed out. I really enjoy it. I have my own Undead deck, but it's like full Undead memes. You mean they shared it for everyone on stream? Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Do I Crazed Bomber this? Or do I not care? No, I think I'm fine with Crazed Bombering. Deals 1 damage to him because I... Team Lemon Ice? Exactly. Team Lemon Ice! And then I think I just Scrapworks Bruiser him for 6. 7, sorry. I'll take 2. Next turn I can even Overwhelming Blast. Bring him down to 6. With no buffs out, it's really hard for him to devour unless he lays 1 Soul Trader. Filthy Phil, they're popping up because the game is popping up. Still have no idea what the teams are about. Just a community to help each other. You know, Hearthstone has several teams as well. Any esports team or card game team like this, you will have teams for people to gather knowledge, help build decks. That's really bad. That's really bad. Well, I guess I'm not doing anything. Shadow Form kind of just shut me down, didn't it? Yeah, because it's going to reduce damage from attacks, and all I have is attacks. I'll pass. I need another Crazed Bomber for that, but he's going to heal up too much. I do still have a lot of damage. But that healing, like, without another buff removal, just, it hurts. It hurts. This is why Gul'dan is good. He knows, he baited up the buff removal so that he could then lay this for healing and prevent me from attacking. It's a good buff. It's a very good buff. You'll hop in a team just so people can give you advanced tips. Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Every single person that I've talked to who plays this game competitively is really nice. Super nice. How many cards he's got? 9. So I'll heal for 2. Draw 2. I mean, yeah, he's going to heal for, what, another 4? Go up to 29? I mean, I still got damage. I think I can pop this down. In case he tries to, like, lay a lot of buffs. My only thought is that I'm laying that down to somewhat try and avoid a Jester. Because I can see this deck playing a Jester if it runs that to make the attack decks just, like, hold their cards back. I can also Umbron Marauder him next turn for a full 6 because it's not an attack card, it's a defend. So I can do that as well. Now that he's higher health than me. So yeah, he's got Shadow Form. I would not be surprised if he also ran the other buff that was like prevent the next damage from attacks, or it's like the Clunky Corner one. I can't think of the name right now. Only costs a death and a shadow to lay. Bone Reaper. Okay. Undead is good. Undead is very good. Hit you for 6. Yeah, it might be Death Strike. You might be right. Time Flicker. Not bad. Not bad. So I can return this next turn to his hand, but it only deal 1 damage, which is fine. It's to slow him down, which is good. I mean, he did just heal for what? Just a bunch of damage. Spectre Widow, sure. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. So if I warp her and pray to draw into a bomber, that's good, right? Bomber. Maybe this will be a bomber. We can all hope. We can hope that Chrono Angler pulls a bomber from the bottom, right? We can all cross our fingers on that matchup. So let's see, I'm going to take 6 next turn. If I just Overwhelming Blast... That'll put me down by 8. Put me down to 16. No, it'll put me down to 14. He'll heal, go up to 15. He'll be out of range of Shatter Blast. I also will need another explosive to lay Shatter Blast. So I better draw the explosive. Ah, what a bummer. I think I do just Chrono Angler, see what I get. See what I get here. Maybe it's something good. Maybe it's something amazing. God, yes it is. Guys, when you're just this lucky, everything works out for you at all times. I think Thiefing is fine for 4. See what he has. We'll see what he has. I got a spike in viewership. Who's watching Gul'dan play me and came over here to give him hints, huh? Who's screen swiping for Gul'dan? I gotta know. I gotta know. He's probably also running the combo that heals him for 8. He's, it's like Crazed Devourer or something like that, right? So if I hit him for 11, he's gonna heal back up to, by 8. Wall of Bones. I have a blast spot for that, buddy. My guess is, like, you don't run many locations outside of, like, maybe a graveyard. So I'm okay with that. I'll hit you for 4. We're most likely going to see the Devourer come down. The combo, not the action defend card. So, I mean, if he's got a heal in some way, right? And that's a really good heal for him. It's a really good buff in general. Just remove a buff, heal for 8. He might just use it for the 8 healing. Nope. Okay. Venom Feeder. Sure. Makes complete sense to me. Did Umbron Thief heal me? Or he's just haven't done enough damage to me. Okay. Just has not done enough damage. That's fine. That is fine. Question here is... Oh, that Bone Reaper again, huh? To heal for 4. Because, yeah, if I Overwhelming Blast and he Devours and heals back up to... He'll be at 3. And I will not have anything to back it up with. And then he'll heal for another 4, and I don't want to waste all my damage if I don't have to. So I think drawing here is fine. Ooh, that Warp Toad is... so is that Combat Tech Warper. So clutch. So clutch. So now I can Warper the Bone Reaper back and Tyrax Mercenary him next turn, almost forcing him to lay the 8 healing. Two unrestricted actions, okay. Draw, draw. Putrid Shaman. Okay. Okie dokie. So I think I do this. Turn that. If the Shaman stays on board, I'm fine with that. But I'll do this. Make him really contemplating whether or not he should heal now. Because if he, like... Unless he has... What? The, he can Spitter me for 7, and he can do that one... Oh god, if he has a Marauder too, like, I could just be dead. Ritual of Awakening. No way! No way! No way! And a Putrid Infestation. No way. Chances he can play for Ritual Awakening again. Oh! Oh, this one can't be returned, can it? Okay. Then... Oh, that's a bummer. That's a big old bummer, huh? I should have just laid Moss Ridge down. Did not think this through. Did not think that through. I forgot this can't be returned. No, it has burn, so it can't be returned with burn. Duh. Okay. Makes sense to me. Give him the old oops. There's no oops. Give him the old sad face. That's the closest thing I can think to an oops. There's the swearing. Shadow Puppet, okay. Okay. Putrid Shaman again, am I guessing? No? Okay. Okay, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. See, I got like 2 more turns. I mean, Ritual of Awakening is just so good. There should be an oops. So next turn I'm going to take 3 and 4. Like, I... Kind of in a pickle here. I think now I lay Time Flicker. Now is just a good time to do it. I can't kill him for the next, like, 3 turns. If I Tree Sprout, we'll see. I could be dead. He's probably, like, I'm going to take 3. He's probably got, like, Mantic Spitters. All this stuff. The Ritual of Awakening, like, is just a nuts card. Abyss Hoarder, okay. Ability to... Wait. How does he... Oh, a Ritual of Awakening gives you another action. That card is nuts! Ritual of Awakening is nuts. And there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Assassin's Guild. Mantic Spitter. Yeah, good game. Good game. I mean, Ritual of Awakening. Played right. I just... I didn't have the damage to push through. Wow. I'll give him the good game. All he has to do is use his ability. Oh no, he already did the first turn, didn't he? But I still can't kill him for another turn, so... Like, the way around this... The way around this would have been... If I would have been able to draw my, Tech Time combo to make his buffs dormant, and then I could try and blast through him, but he probably has, like, Shadow Puppet in hand for that stuff. So, you know, I'm bringing it down to 5. Or down to 1. That's that. I'm dead to the buffs on board. Yeah, good game. Ritual of Awakening is very difficult to play around, especially like when all you do is draw and you set up that board state and you can survive that long. That's just really good. I don't think I applied too much pressure on him in the beginning. I felt like I did, but at the same time, well, oh no, I did. It's just that one buff that literally healed him and prevented him from doing it. Like, that buff saved him. He drew everything in the right order, is what I'm trying to say. It was a really tough matchup for me. I played the best I could. Gul'dan is just an amazing player, and that is a very well-refined deck. Props to you, Gul'dan. Beat me twice in one stream. Now my streamer count's going down. I do think there was some sniping going on. Just saying. Just putting that out there. That's what you become when you become a streamer. You get that sniper stuff. I'm not saying he sniped one bit. Gul'dan is a very nice guy. No reason he sniped. Edge of Danger, how long are you streaming for? About 20 more minutes. That'll be my 6-hour mark. I feel like that's fine with me. Time Flicker first turn. Oh, against Sicario too. Man. Anti-Magic Pulse. If I would have got Anti-Magic Pulse in that matchup against Gul'dan, I feel like I would have had a chance. Because it gives me additional action too. And it would have brought him down to a point where, like, I had him. You know what I mean? To get around the Ritual of Awakening. Mind you, he probably like kept a Shadow Puppet in hand for that as well. He was using him pretty much at the end just to prevent me from denying his damage. But if I was able to get him down low enough and then get that out as a surprise, I guess, that would have been where we would have shined. Ooh, okay. Okay. We can blast sequence next turn. We can blast sequence next turn. If he has Shadow Puppet, he's got the Shadow Puppet. Team Lemon Ice is following me? How did I know they were watching? Team Lemon Ice, how you doing? Thank you very much for the follow. I will have to go find your Twitch stream and follow you as well. Those were some good games, man. We played 2 today, and both of them... Your decks are very well refined. I like them a lot. I like them a lot, dude. If you're watching, if you just came over to sub and left, I don't know. But thank you very much for the follow. I will definitely have to jump over on your stream and give you a follow as well. There's the Shadow Puppet. Saw that coming. Saw that coming a mile away. GG, mate. Those were very good games. Dude, Ritual is so busted. So busted. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, how do I get around Ritual? There's nothing I can do for the next turns. I forgot they gave it Burn, and I thought I had you when I was able to, like, Warp Toad, and when it didn't light up, I was like, oh my god, I can't return it, can I? And then my only out was if I would have drawn Anti-Magic Pulse. But I A, didn't draw it. B, you had Shadow Puppets in preparation for it. I can almost guarantee you did. So, yeah, that was... You also laid Shadow Form at, like, the perfect time. Just started streaming as of yesterday. We'll be doing some more soon, but don't worry. They won't clash with your... Dude, I don't... Stream whatever you want, man. I don't want to be that person like, no, I don't want to interrupt your stream. When it gets to it, the way everything is rising... for streamers, for people in the community, there is going to be a time when everyone has a time slot and no one wants to stream anymore because of it. So do not be afraid to stream over me or like lap over a few hours or something like that. Do not be afraid about that. Because otherwise no one will be streaming because everyone will be too afraid to stream at certain times. So, I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate the thought. But please do not sit there and think that you have to move your schedule around because of me. In any way, shape, or form. But, let me... Oh, I can't... There we go. I was like, I can't go to your page. I can't go to your page. So if I deal 4, I have 11, not enough damage for lethal. I'm gonna follow you guys. Give you guys a nice little follow. Yeah, Golden, I've been talking with, hopefully you can push the game like you are. Dude, you guys are doing an amazing job. You guys are like top tier in the circuit right behind Heroic Starfish and those people. So everything that you are doing for this game is nothing but positive. And I give you a Thunderfin salute. Best of luck in your future if you're a streamer. Best of luck continuing the tournaments. That's kind of a bummer. We are still playing against Tuskrage, we have to remember. Okay, okay. Ooh, that's not a bad one. Well, actually it is. His buffs get benefits from coming into play. So... Okay. Heal 1, draw. None of these are locations. These are all elementals, huh? Bummer. So let's see how much damage I have in hand. I have 8, 11, 16, 22. He can heal for, like, and that's over 3 turns. He can heal for 9 over 3 turns. Do I... The thing is, like, if I anti-magic pulse, it's not even much better. I think I just pass again. Crazed Bomber is such a nice pickup here. Oh! Oh, yeah. Lay down more tentacles, Zoloff. Lay down more buffs, Zoloff. Lay down more buffs. I'm actually okay if you heal, because that means my Umbreon Thief gets benefit. Yeah, you're Latro? Edge of Danger. Are you part of, I'm not entirely sure who's all... Are you for real? Are you for real right now? Undead buffs. Is this an undead buff? It is. It is. Joke's on you. Joke's on you, punk. Joke is all on you. You ain't getting that crap on me. So out of all the undead buffs, all these are elementals, right? Or is this an undead? No, that's an elemental. That's an elemental. A boom. Bye. 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 Get out of here. Yeah. You're not catching that Shadow Wraith shenanigans here. You're not doing it. I'm not allowing it. Get out of here. Now, if you got Shadow Puppets, remove this. Good on you, mate. Good on you. But I get to draw a card at least. Oh! Oh me, oh my. Actually, if I do this, if I do 6 and 5, that's what, 11? I mean, as long as he doesn't heal next turn, I could just win. I could very well just win. I had to stop away from work. How's the Tuskrage going? First mythic my wife and I ever pulled. I like it. I mean, we built a Tuskrage aggro deck, straight up attacks. Crazed Bomber is the reason it works so well, let's face it. But I mean, unless he lays Unless he lays, like, a wall of bones. It's dormant. We win. Dusttown Assassin. Put in Wall of Bones? No, it has to be Shadow Buff, so you can't even put in Wall of Bones. Because Sicario got nerfed. Well, guys, we beat a Sicario. All because of Anti-Magic Pulse. Can we give it up for Anti-Magic Pulse? But, not, mind you, okay, here's the thing that you're all gonna love. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Guess what is lethal? Unexpected! Oh, mind you, it's not in this chat because I had to take it down. But over in Discord, you can spam that thing all you want. We have the Unexpected Chronomoth for lethal. But that's interesting. I never thought about using the Shadow Wraith in that context with double salute for Moth. Exactly. Exactly. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay. I think we got one more game in us. We got 10 minutes. We are playing aggro, so these games go pretty quick. Whoo! Climbing that ladder from Silver 2. It's about where we were last season before when we actually started to try again. So we're doing it. We're doing it! I think we can get higher into gold. I think we can. I think we can. I think we can. Yes, if you guys don't know, apparently they just started yesterday. Head over to Team Lemon Ice on Twitch. Please follow them as well. They are, amazing players. They beat me 2 for 2 today. Built some amazingly fun competitive decks. They are in the higher tier circuit of competitive play over in the UK. So if you guys are looking for even more teams to follow, there's now, Heroic Starfish. I don't think anyone on Superior Seekers streams other than Bova and his wife, Lifesaver. Please follow them as well. They're amazing. People on Heroic Starfish. Cosmo, do you or anyone on Heroic Starfish stream? I haven't seen anyone on Heroic Starfish streaming. So I don't know. I do not know. Ooh, a Barkeep first opener hand. How awesome. Mind you, we can Barkeep and then Chronomoth. Just spammed it in Discord. Yes, you did, Frestian. Yes, you did. Ooh, actually, if we Chronomoth here, we still can Time Flicker next turn. It won't be for the best value, but it'll be for some. We're going against Mountain, which means Blast Bot is probably going to be really good. Probably really good. With the location buffs that he could be running. Umbron Faith, not a bad card. Just makes my Umbron Marauder that much better. Gotta keep that in mind. All we're doing is just drawing cards. Oh, I love it. I love it. I think a Time Flicker. I think Time Flickering is the right thing to do. We'll see what he's got. If he lowers me, my Marauder still becomes better. Wait, what? Is it when I lay a combo? Is that what this is? Yeah, it is. Oh, I haven't played against this guy. That's interesting. Crazed Bomber's a nice pickup for just control. Ooh, yeah, we can Marauder him right now. For 6. We'll draw. We can lay Shatter Blast if it comes down to it. We can do that if it comes down to it. I know Tetra streams for the Breakfast Boys. I don't think anyone else on Breakfast Boys streams, as far as I'm aware of. Okay, now I think we Moss Ridge and pass. We really have nothing to go off of here. He's got 3 cards in hand, so we'll see how defensive he wants to be. If he Crystal Leeches that, Tree Sprout is most likely going to stick, so I'm very happy about that. Okay. I think we still Tree Sprout here. And pass. It's healing and card draw, which against this Mountain Aggro we might need. We very well might need it. Alright, what does he have? No Crystal Leech? No Crystal Leech one time? No Crystal Leech. Alright. Rockin' and a rollin'. Rockin' and a rollin', rockin' and a reelin', ba-ba-ran, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ran. Funny thing is here, I think I just pass. I don't really have that much damage in hand. It's very deceptive. Very deceptive hand. But we have the Chronomoth. We have the unexpected mouth. Yeah, mouth. Very unexpected mouth. Really, dude? You're healing at this point in time? Come on, that wasn't doing anything to you. That was unnecessary and uncalled for. Now my Moss Ridge is gone, so I'm guessing I'm going to be in a world of hurt now. Are you a very attack-action-y deck? You feel like you are? I can sense that you might be. Man, we just don't have a really good blow-up hand, do we? There we go. We can Blast Sequence next turn. Mind you, we're going to draw a card as well, if he doesn't remove this. Crystal Bat. Is he just general aggro? Oh, Rock Rager. Rock Rager, everyone, in case you didn't know, is bonkers. Yeah, it's totally nuts. It's bonkers. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's bonkers. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. I'll play that card. Put that down. Nice and tight like. God, he's this deck doesn't have any healing, so. Friend says, I want to build a deck, but I'm bad at it. The only way you get better at it is if you just work at it. It's the same with just playing this game. You get better at it by playing it. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that'll help you if you need tips and pointers. But ultimately, it just comes down to the more you play, the obviously better you are. So if I Shatter Blast him here, bring him down to what, 22? God, that sounds so bad. I can just do this, right? He has not laid a whole lot of buffs. Oh, so many time cards. So many time cards, so little time. And I think next turn I'm okay laying the Shatter Blast while Moss Ridge is up. I don't take that 2 damage. Good on me. He could have Crystal Leech and just, you know, wreck my day. Could have it. Very well could have it. But yeah, actually, wonder how many people get the reference? What reference? Tremendous. No, I know, his ability is what I was referring to, Ranglithor. Oh, Bonkers? Dude, I know, that was an amazing TV show. Bonkers was nuts. Yeah, it was totally nuts. Bonkers gave no ifs, ands, or buts. Ooh, okay, maybe I do this. I do have the Combat Tech Warpers in case he lays, you know, just something. Like a Mountain Fort. But he seems to be more of an action-y type of deck. Not a Buffy. The Vampire Slayer. Not a Buffy. Very attacky. There's a Leech. Okay. We got the Leech out, guys. Just didn't want to take more Blast Sequence damage, huh? Didn't want it. Did not want it. That's 2 Leeches gone, right? Because he used one right in the beginning. Or did I lie about that? I lied about that. I lied right to all of your faces. I hope you're okay. Please still love me. Rubble Roach. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. But I think Chrono Anglering here. See what we get. I have 5. He has 5. Oh, this is horrible. We could just die, like right now. Right? We just straight up die. Go down to 7. There's no way he doesn't have lethal in hand for just his action cards. No way he doesn't have lethal here. Flame Bat, yep. One more action. Could be a Crystal Bat, could be a Sneaky Creeble. There it is. There it is. But I mean, that's what you get when you don't run healing. The only healing you have is the Tree Sprouts. Nope, sorry, not accepting it. I'm going. Decline. I apologize. So that's the stream, guys. That is the stream. Like I said, I feel this deck could be very much more refined. I know it was a very, very strong deck when Tree Sprout didn't have the errata. Back when Shadow Blast did 14, not 13. But I mean, all damage got nerfed, all healing got nerfed. So it pushed the game into a more a different type of meta, which is amazing for the game in general. So I am happy. You built 3 decks tonight, but they were all trash. Dude, I built like 2 or 3, and they didn't do anything. It just... Like that Zapper Cannon deck, horrible. Didn't win a single game with it. That thing was trash. I built the buff Carnage deck. Didn't do nearly as well as I thought it would. It's still the fact that right now, even with the erratas, Standard will always be the same archetype in a sense. Everything will still lead towards the same. Dread will have really good consistent buff damage because of everything they have. Tech will always be really good at aggro, yada yada yada. It just, I mean, until we get new cards, there's not going to be a huge change in meta. So I would say if you're going to build decks right now, for just right now, stick to what we already have seen is good, and just build off of that. If you want to try something completely bonkers, completely out of left field, I highly encourage it because that's what I love doing too. But don't be discouraged if it doesn't work because you know what you're going into, you know what to expect in the meta. So that should also help you kind of play around some stuff as well. So don't be afraid to experiment, but also know what is already out there. And in order to do that, there's several competitive people that stream. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Thunderfin salute to all of you. If you have not, please join my Discord below. Please follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to me on YouTube. And for the one thing, I know a lot of people just left. Did you guys know that if you have an Amazon Prime account, if you link your Amazon Prime to Twitch, you have a free Twitch Prime account? And that is just free money to give to any one of your favorite streamers, whether it be me or someone else. All I'm asking is that if you have a Twitch Prime account and you have an Amazon Prime account or Twitch Prime, give it to someone every month. It is free money. It doesn't cost you a thing. You're already paying for it through your Prime account, through Amazon Prime. So please, please, please just do me a favor and give your Twitch Prime account to someone every month. It really helps the streamers, small streamers like me, great big streamers continue what they love doing, really helps them grow as a channel, as a community. So please don't let that money go to waste. Give it to me, give it to someone else, whatever you want to do. Just do not let it sit for an entire month because it's just burning a hole in your pocket. Give it to someone who could use it, who could need it. It's free to hand out. That's my spiel on Twitch Prime. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Thunderfin salute to all of you, and I'll see you Monday. Have a good night, guys. Good day.